none of it's like pressing, you know, and everything that I want to do tomorrow, it's going to take me like maybe an hour of time to do everything that I want to do tomorrow. So I'm considering like, you know, maybe I'll take my kids to the park in the morning, or maybe we'll go to the zoo, or this or that or whatever. Excuse me, hold on. Just because I don't have a lot to do at home tomorrow. So if we're gonna go somewhere, I'd like to do it in the morning before it gets hot. But you know, well, we'll see. I also have one of my cats right here with me. Big yawn. Anyway, that's my sweet cat, Patty. Sweet boy. My cat is all the way over here. Little hermit. And then I have one of my dogs underneath our bed. So, sorry, my camera work is just shoddy tonight. I don't know which animal it was. One of them just ripped ass, and it smells like it smells like an animal that like shit themselves. It stinks. Also, I have teeth whitening strips on right now. I just washed my face and brushed my teeth and stuff. I can only imagine that it's either my cat or the dog under the bed. Oh my god, it smells so bad. Meatloaf. Anyways, enough with my animals. I don't really have a plan. Meatloaf, you better hush. I don't really have a plan of like what I want to specifically talk about. So I just figured I would wing it. My husband got to come home an extra day this last week. He got to come home on Friday. And he was here like all day, so that was nice. So he had a 3-day weekend. We didn't do a whole lot. We just hung out. Did like some grocery shopping and regular stuff. I don't actually really remember all what we did. He's going back to school, so he is in 3 classes right now. He's in nutrition, music theory, and math. Sorry, my ear is itchy. My hair is like tucked up into my hoodie. It's cold in our basement, which is where our bedroom's at. I don't know which math class it is, but it's kind of kicking his ass. Wait, and I'm no better. He's like, do you know how to do any of this? And I'm like, I don't know. I know I absolutely have no idea. I am not good at math. Like right after Algebra 2, well, not after Algebra 2, at Algebra 2, I started really at geometry. I was not doing so good. I did not have good teachers, but that doesn't even matter. I'm just not good at math. Sorry, there's like a little gnat in here. A little bastard. So yeah, anyways, he's taking 3 classes right now, so he spent a lot of his time doing exams and some schoolwork and stuff. Sorry, one of my sisters just texted me, and I hope it's her saying she wants to come visit me. I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters, not all from the same parents. I have 2 brothers and a sister that I share a father with. I have 2 sisters that I share a mother with, and then my brother, closest in age, and myself have the same parents. And our parents are not married. They are also divorced. And now they're remarried both for the 3rd time. No children from their new marriages because they're both older than shit now. But they've been with their respective partners now, both of them for like 10 or 12 years. My dad's 10th wedding anniversary. Did it just pass? No, it didn't just pass. It's in August. It's August 30th. Is it their 10th this year, or was it last year? my youngest son was born in 2023 on August 31st, so the day after. And I remember texting them the day before, like, happy whatever anniversary. I text them happy anniversary every year, and now I just cannot freaking remember what it is. I think this is the 11th. I think 2025 is the 11th, so like a month and a half. Sorry, just bugging out. Anyways, one of my sisters on my mom's side, her and I are really pretty close now. She's 10 years my senior. She just sent me a text, and I only read the first little bit that popped up, and it said, "Do you have anything planned during?" Which usually when she sends a text like that, it means she's able to come visit. I live 6 hours away from her. She lives back in our hometown. And she's my one sibling I did not get to see when I was back there for a week. Because we went back for like a little family thing on my dad's side, which obviously she's not a part of. Sorry, I'm trying to, his teeth whitening strip on the bottom is like in a weird spot. She's also a store manager for a grocery chain, and they had her working in a different city, and the one day she was going to be there when I could see her would have been on that Saturday, but a lot of stuff happened on that Saturday, so I was not able to go see her, which really sucked because I miss her so much. I love hanging out with my sister, and she like works all the time, and like we don't ever talk on the phone. Like I don't think I've ever spoken to my sister on the phone, like besides text. We're just not those kind of people. But we do text, and we're in a group chat with my other sister on my mom's side. Sorry, this is really bugging me. I don't know what is going on. I did put it too far back. I don't know. I still have 24 minutes of wearing it, so we'll see. Anywho, so I hope she comes to visit me soon. I ain't got nothing planned. Well, not this month. Next month, my mom and stepdad are supposed to be coming and staying for like 4 or 5 days. And then my dad and maybe my stepmom. My stepmom's a teacher, so it's harder for her to like get out and do stuff during the school year because she also has a second job. So she's booked pretty much all the time. But my youngest birthday is the 31st, and it's on a Sunday. Excuse me. And my dad said that my dad always comes for my kids' birthdays. And he said he's gonna be here for his name's not Gibby, but we call him my youngest Gibby, it's his nickname. He said he'll be here for Gibby's birthday. And I talked to my stepmom on the phone a couple of days ago, and she said that she wants to try to come down before summer's over, like before school starts. So they may be coming, maybe sometime this month. My dad finally is able to get his days off. They just hired another person. My dad's a courier for the hospital back home, and there are only two of them when it's a 3-man job, and the two of them have been doing it, but they just don't get like a lot of time off. But my dad's training the new guy this week. Sorry, I always feel like I have to clear my throat when I'm filming a video. Like I don't know why, but it's annoying. Anyways, my dad's training the third guy, the new guy. And my dad has like 300 or 400 hours of PTO that he's racked up, and he'll also get his normal days off, which are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because he typically works 10 to 12-hour days. So he gets 3 days off. But now that since this new guy's about to be, fully trained, my dad can take time off. So even if he took Monday through Thursday off, he's only taking 4 days off work, but he gets a full week off, which is cool. And it's not like he doesn't have the PTO for it, So that's awesome. And I'm always encouraging my dad to come visit. Again, it's a 6-hour drive. It's far away. My dad has an exceptionally bad back, and he's diabetic, type 2, self-induced, if you will. So car travel is not super easy, and I keep telling my dad, like, you just need, because he's 62 this year, I tell my dad, you need to retire. We just moved into this new great big house. We have extra rooms. I'll buy you a bed, you just live with us. And like, my stepmom, his wife, she can sell their house back home, and you can live up here for a while, then she can get moved up here, and blah blah blah, this and that. everything is gray and ugly and it's windy and it sucks. I wasn't like the biggest fan of it when I lived there, but I'd never really been anywhere else. And then I moved somewhere 2 hours east of it, and then I moved at a place another half hour east, and now I'm 6 hours east of where I used to live, and I love where I live now. I really do. I really like this area a lot. I live in the KC metro, and it's awesome. It's wonderful. I about to call me. Ooh, my sister. Yeah, she asked, "Do you have anything planned August 17th through 23rd?" No, maybe I don't, because I think my mom is gonna be here like the 9th or 10th through like the 14th, and then my dad's not coming till the end of the month. So 17th to 5th, that's like a whole week. Oh hell yes. My sister has come to stay with me in Kansas City twice before. She never. We haven't always been super close just because there is that 10-year age gap. So like, you know, when I was 18 and 19 and living on my, moving out, she was like 28 and 29, like doing stuff. I'm not even as old now as she was then, but I'm 26 now. So she never stayed with me in like my first apartment, but she did come to my house that my husband owned when we were getting married. She came and visited, and then she's come up to the KC area twice now. Once she came with my mom when my youngest was born, and then she came once by herself. She only had 2 days off, and she took the train because it goes overnight. So she like left and then got here. She left our hometown and then got here at like 7 in the morning. Spent the whole day with me. She had to take a nap, of course, because she didn't want to like sleep too much on the train, and because she was by herself. And we had that whole day, and then the whole next day, and then she didn't have to leave the next day until like 10:30 p.m. So then I drove her to the train station and hung out with her, so she wasn't just hanging out at a train station. It's a Union Station. Nice, great big train station. It's super cool there. It was actually the only time I've ever been there, and it was like 10:30, so it was pretty much dead, but it was beautiful. Oh, it was gorgeous. And there's like a ton of stuff when it's open. Like during the day, there's a ton of stuff to do at Union Station. I really want to take my dad there. I've been making a list of all these new places we've been going and all these places that we want to go and stuff. That like I've done with my husband, obviously, because he lives here with me, of course. But stuff that I want to take my family to do when they come visit. I've probably got 15 things that we've done that I want to show them, and I've probably got like another 30 things that I want to do. So it's super. There's like a million things to do around here, and a lot of them are free or like cheap or at least affordable, which is awesome. So that's super cool. I am actually so excited. As soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to text her back. I am so freaking excited. I love my sister. My sister and I, we have, despite having different dads, because I look just like my dad. My brother calls me Dadaline, which I think is funny. Just because I'm like a female version of my dad. We look the same personality, everything. But, so I'm, for reference, my dad is 6'7". I'm 5'11". My sister is only 5'4". But we have fairly similar faces. Like, I have squinty eyes, and I get that from my dad. But her eyes aren't squinty, but our eyes are hooded exactly the same. We have the same cupid's bow. We have the same nose. When I wasn't super fat, we had a very similar jawline. Yeah, she's just, I don't know, she's just super cool. We have a lot in common. She's the sibling that I am most like out of all of them. Yeah, she's awesome. I love her, and I'm constantly like, please move up here. You can live with me until Ashley can sell your guys' house. You can live with me. I have a sleeper bed downstairs, a pull-out couch. You can have my bed. I'll sleep on the couch. I don't care. Just move up here. stress enough how much I'm about to say a bad word, so if you don't like foul language, close your ears. I fucking hated our old house. Everything about it sucked. I could go into a very long, descriptive rant about why I hated that house, but just rest assured, I fucking hated that house. The house we're in now, we moved in January. I love this house. This house is great. It's set up in kind of a weird way, but in a way that I also like. There's a lot more space. Like she'll be able to have privacy when she's here. We have 2 bathrooms because my husband, stays blowing up one of them. There's just this house is wonderful for having people. We haven't had anybody over yet, but I guess she won't. I guess my mom and my stepdad will be the first to stay. But all in the month of August now, I'll have my mom and my stepdad, my sister, and then my dad and my stepmom all staying with us for the first time since we've lived here, which is super exciting. We do have a pull-out couch, and then we have a great big leather couch upstairs, and then we have an oversized chair and an ottoman upstairs, and we also have one downstairs. Excuse me. And I'm about to tell my sister, because my sister, she's only 5'4". Like, she tells me she weighs like 150 pounds, but there's like no way. She looks like she only weighs 130. She's not a big girl. She's my older sister, but she's my little sister. All my sisters are my little sisters, even though I'm the youngest out of all my siblings. I am the tallest girl by far. But my oldest son, who just turned 3, has a twin XL bed that we just bought. He's no longer in a crib. He's in his big boy bed, and I told my sister, I'm like, just stay in there with them. There's plenty of space for both of you in that bed. Which she's like, yeah, he can go sleep somewhere else. I'm taking his bed, which I thought was funny. Oh, big stretch meatloaf. Here goes my other cat. Freaking love my cats. Oh, here they are. Anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about before all this. I'm just so excited to see my sister. I haven't seen her since she was here last summer, like a year ago, which is about how long ago. Ow, you little bastard, don't scratch me. Oh, sorry, nose was itchy. He acts like I never pet him. I freaking worship these cats, and it's still not good enough. Maybe if I can just set this right here for the time being. Oh my god, I think I'm actually mildly allergic to cats because every single time I pet my cats, if one hair touches my face, the whole area, the whole vicinity it's so itchy. What are you gonna do though? I freaking love my cats, so I'm never getting rid of them. I've had them for 6 years, so whatever. Fatty, what is on your ear? Why is it crusty? That's a battle for tomorrow morning. Anyways, that's about how long I go in between seeing my family, except for my dad. I actually see my dad like 3 or 4 times a year. I wish it was more. I wish I could see my dad every day because my dad is freaking awesome. But I usually make it back home once a year, and then what is that stink? Is it you, Meatloaf? God, stinky kitties. Did not like that apparently. Anyways, my dad usually comes up for both my kids' birthdays in June and August, and then he's usually here sometime in December/January for Christmas. I have a brother that lives an hour away from me. And this is all just my dad's side. My sister lives like 3 hours from both me and my dad, and then my 2 other brothers live back up in my hometown where my dad still lives. So during Christmas time, like when he gets time off work, he'll do Christmases with my brothers back home. Then he'll drive either to my brother and then me, and then spend the night, and then drive with my sister, or like vice versa, where I'll do my sister spend a whole week with him. I mean, he had to work the whole week, but I saw him, every night once he got home. And, me and my husband took turns cooking dinner for them, and we, did their dishes and stuff all week, my dad and my stepmom, just to be courteous, It's not like I'm a stranger to doing dishes and taking out the trash. I do it every single day. And it was like nothing, it's like second nature. I did not mind at all, especially because, we're staying at my dad's house for free, and there was both me, my husband, and our two children, so I felt like it was the least I could do. Anyways, yeah, it's nice to be able to see my family. Oh, my eye. Oh, sorry, there's my whole face again. I'm leaned up against the wall in my room. I'm sitting in my bed. I did rearrange my bedroom yesterday. Yeah, yesterday afternoon. My husband was gone. I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was off doing something. And so my oldest, of course, didn't want to nap, so I came downstairs, and I had so much laundry to put away. So I got a laundry to put away, and I just did not like how my room was set up. It just wasn't it for me. I hadn't been, I like to rearrange a lot. I rearrange often, whenever I can. I rearrange my kids' playroom all the time just to keep it fresh, And we've only lived here about 7 months, but and it doesn't always have to. Sorry, my hair is now bugging me. It doesn't have to be a big rearrange, like a new piece of furniture, no matter how small it is, or some new decor, anything just to make it fresh again. I love doing that. But we haven't touched the bedroom. It was just we put it together, and we haven't put anything new in here in 5 or 6 months. So I told my husband, because our room is a huge, it's a big room, but it's a rectangle. So I'm like, well, how can we really arrange this? Because we don't have a ton of stuff in here. But I just was having a hard time envisioning how to rearrange it. And he's like, well, just try doing this, and if we don't like it, we'll move it back. So I wanted to surprise him. So I did it all myself, which again, it was the bed frame, the bed, my makeup vanity, and the dresser are the only things I really moved. Oh, and then I brought another nightstand in here for him on his side. But I got it all done, and it didn't take very long at all. Our bed frame comes apart in 2 pieces, and then it was just the mattress and I just slid it. It's not hard. I'm also not a tiny girl. I'm freaking 5'11". I'm fine. Stuff like that isn't very hard to me, and I think sometimes my husband forgets that I'm built like an ox. It's in my genes. Even when I was much thinner, I was still pretty. I'm not as strong as my husband by any means, of course. I'm not as strong as probably most men, but for a woman, I'm strong and I can get stuff done. I say most men. If I was standing across from a dude that was 5'11", he would be a lot stronger than me. But if I was standing across from a dude that was 5'6", I could totally kick his ass. But anyways, yeah, I was able to get all that done, which was nice, and I actually really, really like it the way it is now. I like it a lot more than how I had it. And so does he. I slept so good last night. And then I vacuumed really good, because one of my dogs loves sleeping under the bed, and sometimes my cats do too. And so I vacuumed super good, got all the dog hair out from where she was sleeping. She sheds a lot. She's half heeler, half husky, so I do have 5 pillows and a bunch of blankets for her that I washed the cases and the blankets. But she has a makeshift dog paradise under our bed so she can get nice and comfy down there. And she's allowed on the bed. All of the animals are allowed on the bed. They can sit wherever, but she just lies down. Halfway through the night, she's been coming up and sleeping on the bed. Not usually when my husband's home, because that dude manages to take up. He's my husband's 6'1", but he's not a big dude, but he manages to take up so much space on the bed. It pisses me off so bad. We have a king size bed. Why are you always up my ass over it? Give me some damn space. Anyways, here comes Meatloaf again. that's a project for another time. Painting a bedroom